Good morning, everybody. I am, as promised, going to do a little bit of a craft with me for this wind chime type pendant hanging kit from New Craft Day. And we are just gonna hang out and work on this together. I am gonna work on this little birdie with you today. So this kit, if you didn't watch the unboxing, go back. You might want to watch it. I don't know. Maybe you don't want to watch it, but I review the entire thing. So these are the little charms that hang on this, whatever you call this, the top bit. Such technical terms. So, oh, the cats are going to be around and bothering us today. Great, great. They are very good at that. They are good at making their presence known. When I was doing the little like test bird with the unboxing, my cat Gretel came along and threw the tray of diamonds all over my table, and I had to clean it up. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Gretel, for participating. And so Gretel now is just lying over there being cute, hanging out with me, and Hansel is walking around. So if you see a shadow come across, then that is Hansel. Yep, here he comes. Hi, Hansel. And I've found it's usually just best to let them walk by and continue on their merry little way. If I start paying attention to him, he kind of decides then it's snuggle time. And snuggle time when you're diamond painting does not work because cat hair and diamond paintings do not really mix. If you have pets, you know all about it. So this bird is going to have a cute little sparkly belly. I like it. It's cute. How is everybody doing? I haven't really done a craft along video in a while, just like a sit here and chit chat. These are great. Back in the days of lockdown, I always really enjoyed having this kind of video on in the background where it was just like having someone there in the room, hanging out, working on sort of a similar type project as I was working on. A few of you guys are subscribers from the days of Rose, and I loved listening to Rose do her unboxing as I diamond painted. I got so many projects completed back in those days. Now that I can leave my house, progress is a lot slower on all projects. I'm sorry, when you see a little bit of shaking of the camera, that's the cats walking around. The little camera stand that I have is mounted on the side of my table. If you know of any other camera mount that's maybe a little bit more stable, I would love to hear about it because the shaking does get annoying. So there's that side. So these are double-sided if you didn't see the unboxing. So I'm going to go ahead and actually work on both sides at the same time while I have these colors out. I love when diamond painting kits come with all of their beads in little Ziploc baggies. They're just like, what I do is I fold over and tape them, but for some reason even that is significantly more annoying than a Ziploc bag. Do you feel the same way? I think what would be really, really cool, maybe somebody's already invented this, but to have like a small little like tabletop sized dresser with drawers in it. But instead of drawers just being drawers, if the drawers were these guys, and nice and stable, okay? So not like some cheap 3D printed thing that, you know, somebody's husband made in the basement, not knocking husbands or 3D printers. But, you know, something nice and sturdy. And you could just empty all of your beads into the drawers. Man, I could make a lot of money designing that. So at the start of a new project, you empty all of your beads into the little drawers, and then you can just pull them out. They're already there. Oh, that would be awesome. And it would have to be super sturdy. Super sturdy. Here comes Hansel again. All right. This row is getting a little bit crowded. I think I need to do a little readjustment here. There's good stick on these. I like it. So I just got back, Martha and I, if you're new to the channel, I'm Sarah, and the other person who you will see videos from is Martha. We don't usually say we probably should at the beginning say whose video it is, but you'll see sort of a common theme. I tend to do things like cross-stitch kits, diamond paintings, paint by number, stuff that you get in a kit where you don't have to do much planning. You just follow the instructions. And Martha does more handmade type stuff. So the art journal series that's on the channel, and book binding, stuff like that. So we were on vacation together in South Carolina recently. You might have seen the unboxing video that we did together there from the beach. And we just got back a few days ago. What a good time. And I did not really want to come back. Whoever wants to come back from vacation? But where we go is Hilton Head Island. It's kind of close, maybe a couple hours away from Myrtle Beach. And hey, how far away is Hilton Head Island from Myrtle Beach?
Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, is about 367 kilometers from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina by car.
Okay, so actually about 3 hours from Myrtle Beach. But so you get the general idea of the area, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe you haven't been to either place. But it's an island on the coast, and it's really like just really relaxing. So it's very subdued. It's not, it is very much a tourist area, but not like tourist attractions, more like just people vacationing. So you'll see a lot of like older couples going there for a couple of months in the winter and stuff like that. Especially the time of year that we go. There are families, but it's not like giant families with lots of young kids at the time of year we go. And there's all sorts of bike paths around there. The bikes are super, super common. So there's bike rental places everywhere, and you'll see everybody riding around with their, all of the bikes pretty much look the same. They're these black, ugly bikes. And you can ride your bikes along the beach. So the sand is really hard packed on the beach when the tide is out. And you can just ride and ride along the beach. And sometimes, like when the wind is really strong in one direction, you only want to ride in one direction on those days. And you'll take the road back. But there are some days where you can just sit on your bike. You don't even have to pedal, the wind will just push you along down the beach. It's so fun. And then, like I said, you just have to, you can't ride against a wind like that. It's way, way too strong. But I mean, well, there's some people who can. I'd prefer not to. Thanks very much. I like biking, but let's not get crazy. So you just get off the beach and you come back inland, and then, you know, the wind isn't as strong. So we did a lot of biking. I did a little bit of running, so there's some really nice paths everywhere. Maybe I'm going to try to dig up a picture and insert it of sort of what you're looking at with the path system, but it's really a pedestrian and bike friendly area, which is so nice. You can walk just about anywhere. You can ride just about anywhere. They have a lot of restaurants, a ton of restaurants. And it's just really a nice, relaxing atmosphere. I'm just, you know, kind of selling myself on going again, leaving right now, packing up my car and and going back. So I got a little bit of cross stitching done while I was there. I worked quite a bit on my custom cross stitch of my cat Gretel. You guys may have seen that. If you're new, I'm sure you'll see it again soon because I have been doing a lot of work on it. So I got a lot of that done, got some reading done, and then spent a lot of time, you know, doing the biking and that stuff. So the difficult thing with this is the plastic. So the plastic sheet does not want to really stay on, and I don't want to stick my fingers directly on the sticky stuff and get it all de-sticked. So that's just one little thing with these little fiddly plastic pieces to look out for. There's good stick on them. Nice, like, thick layer of glue. When I put the diamond down, I can kind of feel it go squish into the glue, which is nice. I think I need to do a little bit of compacting here. I love these crystal beads. They are so shiny. And I like these 3D projects. So I have done like stickers before. I've done notebooks, but I can't think of any time that I've done like a fully 3D project like this. I think I've watched unboxings of them and then never really just pulled the trigger on buying them. So this is nice. New Craft Day actually suggested this. I think they wanted people to see this product, so they suggested sending it out. And I was like, yeah, this is something that I am very interested in. I haven't done much diamond painting lately. I did start with diamond painting, and this channel kind of started with diamond painting, and then I've moved away from it a little bit because I think diamond painting can take up a lot of table space. If you know what I mean. Once you lay out all of the different packages of diamonds, and so I tend to like get started with those projects and then I pack them up and then they don't come out for a while. This one's kind of fun because these are all just little pieces. The biggest issue I'm having is just where to hold it, because that plastic, you know what I mean. I don't want to stick my fingers all in it, get fingerprints in it. And I don't want to stick it to my table. Now that there's a little layer of diamonds down, though, it's kind of got its own feet, I guess. This green color is so nice. Very vibrant color. You get this color with crystal beads, and you can't get this color. You just can't get the same effect with regular beads that you can get with these crystal beads. All right, we're done with number 19. The worst is you package up your number 19 and then you get the whole bird done, except for there's one number 19. Oh, that is the worst. That's almost as bad as finding diamonds in like your underwear or whatever. You know, these beads get everywhere, don't they? Like everywhere. Sometimes I'll like get in the bathtub and a little bead will float by and I'm like, where were you? I found them in my basement, in my laundry. Oh, to be a diamond painter is to have diamonds in every room of your house. On your floor, on your cats. Well, there's only a couple of this color in his beak. He's starting to come together a little bit. There's a lot of number 13 and number 17 on here, so I'll tackle one of those next. Oh, there's 17. 17 is still on the strip. These are the little pink snips that came with my custom kit of Gretel, my custom cross stitch kit. They have come in so handy. They're such a good little size. Although they are a little bit danger with how sharp they are. But I have not cut myself yet. All right, so this is number 17. Oh, this is a really, really pretty color. So pretty, like an aquamarine. Oh, this bird's gonna look even prettier than I thought he was gonna look. He must be out trying to attract a mate with his pretty colors. It's interesting how in the bird world, the male birds tend to be so colorful, and the female birds are often just a very neutral color, but the boys really need to show off. They need to really be fancy for the ladies. This guy's looking for a girlfriend for sure. I will say that I used to think birds were weird. Not like birds in the wild, but people who had birds I thought were kind of weird. I thought birds were nothing really special, you know, kind of cute or whatever. And then I got my quail. And quail are just a domestic bird. They're really docile. They're very sweet. So I hatched I hatched them from eggs. And it was the coolest thing. I did that during COVID as like, you know, we all did a lot of really weird stuff. Trying to deal with all of that. So anyways, yeah, that was my weird COVID project. And after having my own birds, now I just love birds. They're so neat. The thing about birds is they are very, very different from mammals. So, you know, dogs, cats, hamsters, cows, people, we're all very, very similar. Our body structures are similar. We have arms and legs, and we have, okay, there's no way to say this that's PG. We have 2 holes, one for peeing, one for number 2. Birds are completely different. Birds with their wings kind of go backwards compared to arms, like they go up and back. So if you see a bird like just kind of shake out its wings, it's so much different from people. And birds only have one way out. They do everything through that one hole, whether they're a male bird or a female bird. Fascinating. Could be TMI for some of you. Very, very fascinating what they can do with that hole. It is a multi-use access point. But anyways, so different from mammals. And geez, like even insects are, I think their body plans are maybe a little bit closer to people. I don't know. I haven't really looked at any insects that closely, so I guess not. And birds come in so many cool colors. There's not very many other animals that have those amazing colors that birds do. There's some interesting colored stuff, but not, not like this. Okay, and so I just told you that I thought birds were weird and people who liked birds were weird, and now I don't, except for then I talked like one of those weird people. So you be the judge. Perhaps birds make people weird. I can accept that. Oh, this is really coming along. These little birds, they seem to go pretty fast because they're just little, small little projects. So that's a nice thing about this kind of project. You can pull out one bird if you only have time to do one bird and you don't feel like you have a project just a quarter of the way done. You actually finished a bird. All right, ooh. That went flying. All right, I think I'm going to do number 13 next because that seems to be the next most popular. I might have 13 open already. I do. 13 is kind of like it's a crystal-y but black, different than this kind of matte black that's in his beak. The cats finally went away. They gave up on harassing me. Oh, and there's a couple of little 13s down here as well. this is either supposed to be his claws, or maybe he's on a little branch. Kind of hard to tell. It's up to your own interpretation a little bit. I think it's his claws. These crystal drills are so cute. So it's not so much a black. It looked like a black in the package, but it's more like a smoky crystal color. Very pretty with the light reflecting. Coming back to work after vacation was a little bit painful, I must say. It always is. And it's busy. I came back to a busy... There's no time of year in my job that is not busy. Actually, that's not true. There's about, I don't know, a couple of weeks in October and a couple of weeks in like February that are slower, but not slow, just slower. We are always very, very busy. There's a lot of 13 on here. Wowee. So I'm interested in what you guys, I mean, you're watching this kind of diamond paint with me. I'm assuming you probably watch our channel if you want to sit here and listen to me talk. What are your favorite kind of projects? I know a few of you guys, because I watch your channels. But for those of you, most of you don't have a channel who watch the videos, and I'd love to know what your favorite projects are. I've been doing a lot of cross stitch lately, and probably some of you guys subscribed because of the cross stitch content, and some of you guys are original diamond painters from back in the day. So I'd be interested to know what your favorite kind of project is. There's definitely a lot of overlap between diamond painting, paint by number, cross stitch. I think there's a lot of people who like all of those things. What's your favorite? My favorite kind of changes, but I would say paint by number is kind of like my favorite. I'd say like it's very easy to do. And the nice thing about paint by number is it's very easy to put away. So you take your stuff out, you work on your project, and then it's very compact when you go to put it away. Those little paint tubes don't take up much room. They don't leave a mess. I mean, unless you drop paint somewhere. Diamond painting is like so messy. You have these bags everywhere, or you have like little containers everywhere. You need to really spread out. If you have like a big canvas, you need to have a large area to work on the canvas. Kind of takes over like your whole dining room table usually. And it's not so easy to just kind of roll up and put away temporarily. And then cross stitch, I feel like, is kind of somewhere in between. You can roll up your canvas, you can put it away, but dealing with the pack of threads and stuff, it's there's some amount of inconvenience with it. It's not quite as portable, I guess, as the paint by number. Did I pull out oh no, I pulled out one fewer number 13 than I actually need, and sure enough, I found a number 19 that I didn't do. But you know what? It's actually in the same line as these gray ones. And I found some 13s that I missed. Geez, Sarah. Too much talking, not enough paying attention. Okay, so what am I working on right now? No, I'm working on 13 now. Oh man, so I'm going to put this 13 in the 19 hole. I don't think you're going to notice. I don't want to open that package again for just one bead that's wrong. Today I was buying something, doesn't matter what. I was buying something and the man was asking me to spell my name for the receipt. At the same time, I was trying to remember my PIN number for my credit card to pay. And I had a hard time spelling my name. And I thought, yep, it is hard to remember your PIN code and spell your name at the same time is quite a feat, I think. All right, almost done. Number 6. And how long have I been recording for? I cannot tell, but I think we will call it a day after I finish this bird. I have a few more colors to do. The last bird that I did, I was enjoying watching, I believe her channel name is Stitching with Laura. Something with Laura, Stitching Time with Laura. She posts videos, geez, almost every day, I think. And she does a lot of Stitch with Me, which is nice to watch, nice and relaxing. So she's a good channel if you're looking for someone else to follow. There's a few really nice channels on YouTube now that are really enjoyable to watch, who post regularly. Our channel, we don't really post super regularly. Maybe once a week would be kind of the minimum lately. But that might be me doing unboxings and stuff, or it might be Martha doing journaling stuff. So it's a real variety. But if you love just sort of having a stitch with me or a craft with me, Stitching with Laura is great. Stitching in the Interlake also does a lot of Stitch with Me, chitty chatty kind of stuff. So there's a couple of channels. There's more that I can't think of off the top of my head. If you have a favorite channel that you think I should follow, let me know down below. I always love finding new channels. So just a few more colors left. I'm going to leave the big beads in the center to last. It's sort of like a reward for all my hard work when I get to that. So close. This bird is cute. This little wind chime project is fun. I think it's going to be really adorable. After I'm done talking to you guys and going through this, I am going to go back to watching a new TV show that I found. It's a pretty popular one. It's The 3 Body Problem. It's new on Netflix. And it's like a sci-fi kind of mystery sci-fi. A similar feeling to like X-Files or something like that, where it's sci-fi, but there's also like a mysterious component. Oh, kind of like Contact with Jodie Foster. Remember that one? And Matthew McConaughey. Ooh, Matthew McConaughey looked really good in that one. That's kind of when I fell in love with him. But that's a really good show if you're looking for something and you like sci-fi. Now, the very first episode The first 10 minutes is extremely gory and upsetting. So just to warn you, the first like 10 minutes of the show, and then after that, it stops, and it's not that violent or upsetting again after that, at least as far as I've gotten. So just to warn you, like if you watch the first 10 minutes and you're like, this doesn't seem like my kind of show, what was Sarah talking about? You can fast forward through that part if you hate it that much, and then try watching after that scene is over. So really shocking, gross beginning, but then the content calms down after that. It's still like, I don't know, I guess there's a little bit of violence, but not the same, not that sort of upsetting. You'll know what I'm talking about if you go to watch it. That part can be skipped. It won't ruin the show if you don't watch that part. Okay, very close to being done. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, I love this color. I love this like peachy pinky crystal color. One of my favorites. This bag is really full, so there must be... Oh, the main piece has a lot of it in these flowers. So that's going to be really nice. Love that color. So yeah, so that Netflix show, I got kind of distracted talking about that first scene. But basically, like, there's all these scientists. It's a dual timeline. So there's a timeline in the past, in the 60s, and then there's present day. And present day, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, for an unknown reason, all of the laws of physics kind of change. So all these physicists who are working on projects, all of a sudden, none of their results are as predicted. How can the fundamental laws of science and the universe change out of nowhere? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And that's kind of like where it starts off in present day, which I think is an extremely cool concept. I'm not a physicist. I have a science background, but I'm not a physicist. Maybe if you're a physicist, that would drive you nuts. But honestly, if all of the laws of physics changed one day, I think all of the physicists in the world would be so excited because they'd have something. They'd be like, what? And they would all be working on it. All right. Birdie number 2 is done. So the last time I did this bird over here, in time lapse during the unboxing, and this time I did this birdie here, and there are a ton of more birdies. Oh geez, I just threw my special shape beads everywhere. Sorry, just give me a sec. I gotta clean these up. All right, so I will be working on all of these other birds soon, and the main body of this. It's going to be great. It's going to be so cute. I'm really looking forward to completing this project. I think it's going to look awesome. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me for this craft with me. It's been fun, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.